Sunday, 30 degrees. This is me, by the way. First time you've seen me, I think. But I am going out on a bike ride now. I've hired a bicycle and taking several things with me. I'm scouting out places. I could point the camera down, but I'm scouting out places to go and shoot in this area and get some nice landscapes. Well, this is what I'm taking with me today. Got the GR3, got the Nisi filter kit here. Don't know if I'll use them right away, but the GR goes in there. Wallet. This is a Patagonia bag, by the way. I've got the GoPro Hero 7 around the neck. Extra batteries in the bag. This is the head of the Sure. I think it's called Sure. Got this for a really good price. Used, new to me. And this one cost about $45 US. And they normally retail for about 4 to 5 times that, and it's in great condition. So that's coming with me. I'm going to put the head in there. And I rented a bicycle, so I'm going to go bike riding. So there's a repair kit, and a pump, and a map, and a receipt that I've got to keep with me at all times. Mobile phone, important. Wallet, put that up here. In the Patagonia bag. Reading glasses, bicycle lock, and we're good to go. So let's go and see what we can find. So my plan is to come here tomorrow morning at sunrise and go up there to a little church called the Church of the Apostles and do some different landscape, seascape with different focusing methods. Looks nice. So this is Crete. Ooh, some nice ruins up there. You can't see them, but there are some abandoned buildings with graffiti on them. That might be nice. But tomorrow, going up there. Cool. Now, I'm not doing single shots, I'm doing bracketing. Single test shots, yeah. So, just get it nice and level again. Got a bit off. I can always level it later, but it'd be nice to get it very close. I'm going to go up to F8 like that. F8. I'm going to use touch to focus down here the rocks, and that should give us a decent hyperfocal. On the wrong one. Hyperfocal distance so that we get everything sharp and a nice sharp sky and sunshine. But let's get to drive mode now. Bracketing there, and it's already set up. We're going to do one stop bracketing, so one exposed normally, one exposed over, one full stop, and one full stop under exposed. That's that one there. Okay, so like that, and the sequence will be under, normal, over. I'm going to do a test shot. You see it's quite slow right now because there's not much light, but it's coming. The sunrise is coming. We're starting to get a nice orange over there, orangey red. I just keep the histogram and the basics on there. Focus and take a quick shot down there, and it will take 3 shots. And that was it. This is your Ricoh GR3. How do we set up bracketing for shooting? And what are a couple of tips? Okay. I shoot as usual in aperture priority mode. So I'm just going to switch the camera on now. Now, bracketing can be found over by the drive menu. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to hit that, and as you can see, it's a single frame shooting mode. So we're going to press once to the right And this little square split diagonally with a plus minus symbol in it, that is bracketing. So I'm going to activate bracketing in a second, but first of all I'm going to set it up. So it's got a symbol down here that means the FN button is waiting for us to press it. So I'm going to hit the FN button there. Now, bracketing values. The Ricoh can take 3 shots in a row for bracketing. Some cameras can do more. Ricoh is fixed at 3. So they're going to go in here, and the bracketing value is the distance between stops, or the jump between stops. So what's going to happen is when we hit the shutter button, the camera is going to take, in a particular order, it's going to take one shot, that is properly exposed as the camera thinks it should be, and then it's going to take one that is underexposed by one whole stop, and it's going to take one overexposed by one whole stop. So you have 3 images in all, one under, one on exposure, and one over exposure. Okay, now you can also customize here the amount of under and over exposure that you want. I'm just going to stick with one under and one over with whatever the camera thinks is a good exposure. Okay, just switch the bugger on again. And then, because you want to stabilize the camera as much as possible, this is where you need a tripod for this kind of shooting. And if you hit the display, right now I haven't got much on the screen, but if you hit the display button so that you can see what is going on, now we've got the symbol up here, the plus minus again. This is showing me that I'm no longer shooting in single frames, I'm shooting three in a go with bracketing on. Now, you need to stabilize the camera as much as possible to get any success out of exposure bracketing. You don't want any movement between shots. You don't want to be touching the camera. So another good thing to do is set the self timer up. So again, drive mode in here, go down here, self timer is off, and I'm going to go in and set that to 2 seconds. Now, another thing that you can do with bracketing is customize the order. Now you can see mine says bracketing order -0 plus. That means minus means it will underexpose the first shot. The 0 means the second shot will be on exposure, you know, with no compensation. It will just be on target, and the plus. So when I look at the images later, and I'll show you this in Lightroom and Darktable, when I look at the images, it will go dark, normal to bright, okay? And it will be easier for me to spot this group of images when we look at them later, okay? So that is how you set up bracketing, and it will be much easier to explain the benefits of bracketing when we look at some sample images in the next video. Okay, so that's it for bracketing on the camera, and let's go and look at a finished image now. So to round off now, we're going to take a look at a couple of images that I've done in Lightroom, and then in the next episode we'll look at merging images, merging exposure bracketed images in both Lightroom and Darktable. But this one was down by the beach, down there. So it's this is the result of merging those images. One was underexposed, one was exposed almost correctly, and then one was overexposed, each by one full stop. So that's that. And when you've got that many more bits per pixel, the whole point of bracketing is to give your photo editing software a lot more data to work with. So you can You can see here, we can see a lot more detail in the rocks now because I was able to lift up those shadows. You can see we've got a nice blue sky, and there's a good mixture of good saturation, plenty of light in the sky. And if I show you the original one of this one, then you'll know what I mean. It was like bright in the sky, very dark on the beach. The rocks were very dark as well. So you overexpose to get more detail out of the rocks and kind of ignore the sky, and then you underexpose to get more detail out of the sky without blowing the sky out completely. So that's what it's all about. But you just got to be really careful so that you don't end up producing some of these hideous smartphone HDR images, and just try to keep it looking as natural as you can, but you know, get some richness out of the image. So there's one more here where where I was showing you where I was with the tripod looking out over that little bay of this sunrise. So it's been edited. I also used a tool to remove, there were some morning swimmers out here with their heads bobbing up and down in the water, so I've removed their heads, and this is the sunrise. This is a bit close to what I was seeing, maybe a bit more saturated, so I've increased the contrast, the saturation, done a couple of healing, removed a couple of spots that I didn't like. And you can see we've got the foreground sharp, the background sharp, nice contrast, rich, deep saturated colours. And it's not bad. That's a sunrise in Greece on the island of Crete. And I'll see you in the next one where we will look at editing this stuff. And we'll do it in Darktable and in Lightroom. So bye for now. See you in the next episode. And take care, everyone. See ya.